If you're looking for the best desk booking solution for your team, I think this video is gonna help. I'm not gonna just list a bunch of vendors and tell you, hey, these are the best ones. I'm actually gonna show you the app in action, so how you can book a desk as a user, as an admin, what kind of options you have in a modern system, how you can set it up. And then I will also show you an analysis of the highest rated solutions on the market and also some differentiators, what might be a better choice for a certain use case versus another. So feel free to skip to the section most relevant to you, but I am gonna go ahead and start showing you the reservation process. So what desk booking looks like from the user perspective. So I'm logged into the Archie dashboard. As you can see, there I have a floor plan. I can see my colleagues on the floor plan. So I can look up George. He has a star here because he's part of my core team. So you can create teams to more easily look up the people you work the closest with. And then you can search for, okay, he has a desk booked. I find him on the map and I can actually reserve a desk next to this person. So I can book or assign on behalf of others if I'm an admin. I want to create a custom reservation, so recurring reservation. So I know I come to the office every Tuesday and Thursday, and I know I'm on holiday next week, so I'll pause it on the 25th of December, Christmas. Confirm. I see all of the dates where it's available. In this case, it's all of them. If the desk was not available in some of the dates, I would still be able to go through with a recurring reservation, but I would see here when the booking is not available. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete. I'll do not repeat. I can mark the booking as private. So for additional privacy, only admins will know that I reserved these desks. Actually, I don't care in this case. I'll just go ahead and confirm. And as you can see, this is done. So now the desk is no longer green. There is my picture on it, and everyone else will be able to see that I'm working from here for the day. Obviously, this is the web interface, but something very similar would be if I was using the mobile app, for example. So you still have floor plans, you still have desk groups, so you can book that way. And you still have the colleague search. So you can look up a colleague, see where they are, and manage your reservations and all of that stuff. Now, I'll show you a couple of things that you can do from the admin perspective. So if we go on settings, there are a lot of different things that you can customize. You can create QR code batches if you want to allow users to either book a desk by a QR code or simply check in at their desk with it. You can list different types of amenities so that you could, for instance, filter only for desks that have, I don't know, a monitor or some other type of amenity on them. You can create approval policies. You could have like certain desks or meeting rooms that require an admin approval, whereas all of the others, you can simply go ahead and book them. You can create abandoned transaction policies so that if someone doesn't check in on their reservation within a certain period of time, let's say 15 minutes, the resource is automatically released. So you don't end up with desks that were booked by people, but they don't show up. They automatically get released and you maximize space usage that way. There are a lot of other things. You can create buffer times. So in between reservations, there is a certain period of time. You can decide when to trigger reminders, or obviously visibility. You can create different teams. So the marketing team only sees a certain set of desks bookable for them on the office plan, and another department sees another. So there are a lot of options in terms of how you implement the booking methods, the check-in methods, all of the granular settings, and also the visibility. When it comes to choosing the best system, probably the most important thing is to make sure that the end user experience is great. Because if users will not like the solution that much, they might still use it, adoption might still be there, but it's just going to create a lot of friction. Then it's all of a sudden something that they're forced to do, okay, now we have to every day spend 5 minutes to manage the desk reservation. It's annoying. It's not good. So definitely user ratings would be one of the main criteria I would look at. The second thing I would consider is the exact type of flow I need to implement. So for example, some companies might have a requirement that desks are bookable by external people and not only by their employees. So then all of a sudden you need to make sure that the solution really fits that criteria, or that the booking approval process really matches your requirements. So I don't know, the people booking the desk or the office or meeting rooms, if you're using the solution also for other resources, allows to embed forms in the registration process. So you also collect information when the request comes through. The use cases, they're always very different. So you need to make sure that the solution can actually handle those scenarios well and not, have some kind of workaround that kind of works is not ideal. And the third criteria is what's usability like. Is the platform nice to use? It has a nice interface. Does it work on multiple devices? How nice is the mobile app? Can you have a kiosk app with a large touchscreen device in your lobby that you also allow people to book desks that way? So there are a couple of usability aspects that you can look into, because every solution will do like the core functionality. You can see your colleagues, you can book a desk, you can set up a recurring reservation, but not all solutions offer the same type of multi-platform approach and a more modern or less modern interface and all of that. So I'm gonna quickly mention a few of the options that would consider among the best on the market. The first one is Archie, which at the time of recording this video is listed as the best workspace planning software by TrustRadius, and it's also listed as the highest rated desk booking software by G2. This is already showed you a bit of the product, so there's no need to talk more about Archie. Other companies that are worth considering are Deskbird. Why? Because they offer a complete solution. They have a pretty modern interface, and the usability from what you can see about the app seems great. So it's basically allowing you to manage most of your flows in a very effective way and in a modern platform. Obviously, it's interesting because it's fully embedded into Slack and Teams. So other solutions, most solutions also offer native integrations with Slack and Teams. So it's not really unique that you can book from Microsoft Teams. However, some companies might choose Officely because that's really what the whole thing is about. So you don't have mobile app and also a web app and also a kiosk. You really exclusively manage everything through there. So the deployment is a little different, easier, because you're not introducing a new tool for real. You're just introducing an add-on or an integration to an existing tools. But obviously, this is its strength, but also its weakness. So you're going to have less functionalities and less customization options. So that's the trade-off. For some companies, this could be much better, and for others, it may not fit their needs. But I think it's something, very unique, and that's why I chose to mention them. Skedda, very flexible platform. What I think stands out is beyond the core use case of office management, their solution adapts to a lot of types of facilities and use cases. Could be anything from sports facilities, working, like really anything that requires some kind of managing of resources, not just tasks, but maybe just access to the space. It offers a lot of flexibility in that sense. And Dibsido, I'm mentioning it because they have a park booking solution. That's not too unique. A lot of other companies have it, but they also offer a car sharing type of solution. So if you're thinking more holistically about bringing people to the office, and you want to cover also the commute part, this is one of the solutions they offer, a dedicated solution for also organizing the commute and not just everything once the employees have arrived to the office. Obviously, there are other that could be equally interesting to consider. One last consideration is pricing. So most of solution base pricing on the number of users. Some solution base their prices the number of tasks or number of meeting rooms or whatever resource we're talking about. And that makes a difference not just for the final quote, but also in terms of how predictable is pricing. So your headcount will always fluctuate a little more because you hire people, some people leave, but the number of tasks, that might be a little bit more fixed. If you're sharing 200 tasks among 350 employees, it doesn't matter if you hire 20 people more, the 150 tasks will probably stay the same. So it's a bit more predictable. It's maybe a little bit easier to forecast as well, and then you will need to do your own math on which one is more advantageous. I hope you found this useful, and this is the whole point about this channel, to provide useful information, show you a little bit of the products, help you in the research so that you spend a couple of minutes watching a video and you have a better understanding of what direction to go and which companies to shortlist in your research. So I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you all see you in the next video. Take care.